Hi, this is Nevis. I'm going to show you how to create your very own digital board game using my template for week 3 of the Teaching EFL to Young Learners Evo Session 2019. Week 3 is all about board games, so we're going to look at how to make our own board games, and in particular we'll look at making a digital board game using my template. So let's go and have a look at that now. In week 3 you will find a link to this presentation which will, when clicked on, will ask you to save a copy to your own Google Drive, and once you do that you'll then be you'll name it with your name, and then you will be able to change it, which is what I want you to do for the activity in week 3. So let's go and have a look at what you'll find in this slide presentation. You'll find this page which actually explains how you can use Google Slides to make a digital board game, and how then you can either use the slides themselves or make a PDF to use then in the classroom. I find the PDF is easier to use when I'm out of my own classroom and I'm just going to another class to use it. So I just bring it on a pen drive and play it directly on the screen. So let's go on and have a look at the next slide. Shows what you will need in order to play, and you can read all these on your own, and it just you can use a whiteboard, electronic whiteboard, or a larger monitor in the classroom, screen share it. You could use real dice in the classroom and have the students take turns at rolling the dice. You can make as many slides as you like. You will be limited by the board game, but you can work around that. It just gives you a good start. Let's go on. And this is part of the game itself, so you may want to remove the slides before this, but this is the rules that the students need to know. I've also created a little icon here in the bottom which actually keeps going back to the board game, which is this one, which we'll see coming up next. Here is the board game. Move that over. You start here, you move by going around like this, up and then over. It's a simple figure 8. We created this board game a few years ago to use in a business English course. It works well. You can use it in many different ways. Let's just go down and have a look at how it's used. So if I click on image 1, there it is. It's a describe the image, and once you have the students describe the image, then you can click on the board game. It comes back to the board game, and let's have a look at what a card looks like. This is what a card looks like. The students have to either rewrite or just say the verbs in the correct sense when they're live in the classroom or online. Again, you should be able to change the images, the cards. That's it. That's all you have to do, is change all the images and the cards. Here we have 5 images and 5 cards. So this is image number 5 and card number 6. When you get to these cards, the idea is for you to recreate your own activity, but it's up to you. You can either just leave my activities and show us how you would use it in the classroom. Let's just go back to the beginning. So basically what you need to do is you need to create your own board game using this template by changing the images and the cards. You can add more if you like, but as you saw, the board game is limited to 5 images and 5 cards. I've used this board game as a speaking activity exclusively, but you can use it as a writing activity or a speaking activity, or blended. It's up to you. And you can make them as difficult or as easy depending on your level of English students, but whether they are A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2. So you can just really play around with it and do whatever you like. What we'd like for you to do is to actually use the template, make your own idea of what you would like to share with your students, and then make a video showing us, one, how you changed the images or the cards, two, how you intend to use it in your classroom. The video shouldn't be more than about 5 or 6 minutes long, even up to 10 minutes, that's fine. It doesn't have to be very long, it doesn't have to be very detailed. You can just show us changing one image and how you would like to use it in your classroom. That's the activity for week 3 board games in this year's Teaching EFL to Young Learners Evo Session 2019. Week 3 is hosted by myself and Cheryl McCoy, and we will be looking forward to seeing you in week 3. See you soon.